Hello dear students, hope you all are fine and well. Now I am here with another video of Human Resource Management, BCom Semester 1, Unit 2, Chapter 2, Part B, Development. We have dealt with Part A, Training. Now we are dealing with Part B, Development. Again, my name is Professor Jinesh Shah and faculty member of Principal MC Shah Commerce College, Now Gujarat. Through this video, you are going to get meaning and needs of executive development, difference between training and development, objectives of executive development, advantages or importance of an executive development. Let us go with the introductory stage and basics of development and executive development. So, as far as executive development is concerned, it is majorly to be considered as upper middle level and top level management of any organization. So again, if development word is been existed, it indicates that it will be implied towards upper middle level management and top level management. So executive development or simply development because it refers to learning opportunities through open or thrown open to managers working at various levels managerial of different departments. It will be considered is any attempt to improve managerial performance by imparting knowledge, changing attitudes, or increasing skills. The aim of development is not just to improve current job performance of any manager, but to prepare them for future challenging roles. Let us go with the meaning of executive development. So, according to Dell S. Beach, the role of the company in management development is to establish the program and the development opportunities for its present and potential managers. So, here present and potential managers means who are working within organization right now. According to Michael J. Jusius, executive development is the program by which executive capacities to achieve desired objectives are increased. Means whatever desired objectives of the organizations have been mentioned, have been focused, it can be having high chance so that to get achievement, so that to get it converted into achievement. Next title is needs of executive development. So these are the various needs why the executive development is required. Demand of technical managers mobility to handle government civil services, other areas of national economy, public administration, public relation, development of companies. Managers are not born, leadership development and concept of social responsibilities. So these are various 10 titles or needs for which executive development is essential, it is considered, it is required for any organization. Let us go with the first one, demand of technical managers. So in either of the field of organization, the demand of the technical manager will be existed because nowadays the more and more technological equipments or any organizations are being equipped with more and more latest technology. So here the manager who is having acknowledgement of in-depth technology, they will be preferred for higher designation or any improvement because they will be very much beneficiary as far as any organization is concerned. So in either of the field or organization, the demand of the technical manager will be existed definitely. Knowledge in general for the development of the industry is not only the requirement. Let's say for an example, if any marketing manager has been appointed or human resource management has been appointed, then only the field of a limited area of that stagnancy is not been expected. As compared to others, huge amount of information, plenty of technological equipment and information and knowledge and skill of utilization of that equipment, it is essential for any manager. Second is manager's mobility. Here manager appears as businessman. They are representing the business. Managers are representing the business. So they are found mobilized towards the field of water supply, electricity board, transportation, communication and agriculture. So efficiency of industry is found effective in public use. So if manager is very efficient as far as development is concerned, then it will be very much possible of getting huge amount of output as far as sustainable development is concerned. For any organization it will be possible. Next is to handle government civil services. The government establishes the public sector for the service of public, that is municipal services, housing schemes, insurance policy, education, medical service, public media, etc. So emphasis is given only on the development of the managers, so that they can satisfy, they can fulfill the needs or demands of the management of civil services. So whatever the needs, whatever the demands, whatever the requirements are being suggested by the management of civil services, through the way of development or developed manager, it will be possible so that to get it fulfilled. After that, other area of national economy. Likewise, management services are required in some other areas of national economic like cooperative society, fishing, cattle. So in each and every corner, each and every area of economy, management is compulsorily required to be existed. If there is lacking of management, then it can be said that no proper output, no proper vision mission can be achieved, whether whatever level of organization it has been existed, whether it is of small scale industry, medium scale industry, large scale industry, any industry. If there is lacking of management, that means they are lacking of business. So it is like that. After that, public administration. Public administration is a vast field. It is a very huge, very wide field. It is not limited towards a group of person or group of people. So it is a vast field which experiences the need of management. So here, as it is the vast field, as the manager will be finding out different categorized, different skilled persons, different skilled educated persons. So they have to deal with them. That means they require that much amount of efficiency so that to deal with that person. So public administration is a vast field which experiences the need of management. This special field is directly related to the economy and social customs and activities. Various fields are connected with citizens and persons interested in industry. So efficiency in public administration become essential through capable managers. It indicates if capable managers are been there in the existing organization, then it will be possible to deal with the public, and public administration and public relationship will be strengthened for that organization. And it has been very much helpful for the organization who has been facing, who has been having the huge amount of favorable public administration. It may leads to increment in the amount of demand, in the amount of revenue, in the amount of growth on constant or continuous basis. Let's go with that. Next, public relation. Executive maintains relationship. If nowadays, if the public relationship is not been maintained, not been followed, then in such case, the public or the demand or the customers will get diversified from one organization to another organization, where they are getting more attraction, more interaction, because nowadays public is becoming aware about their needs, their demand, then their whatever requirements are been there, they are been very much aware, they are becoming aware. So executive has to maintain the relationship between the company and the public. They are connected with their workers and public. The development of the officer is necessary in view of the different aspects of the public contact, so that they can increase the public relationship. And if the public relationship is being increased, it resultant into increment in the amount of demand of the product in the market, which leads to development of that organization for longer duration of time. After that, development of the companies. So in the field of business administration, as if I explained, development of company forms have some specialities. There is no integration between the owners and the management. Here, members of management are elected by shareholders. So, whatever members, board of directors, and etc. are been there, they are been elected by the shareholders. So, development of the companies means if everything till the public relation is been favorable, then in future there will be huge chance of increasing the demand, which leads to increment in the amount of revenue. Simultaneously, it increases the amount of profit, and the growth of the company will get increased. Then next is managers are not born. Definitely, managers are not born. They have to get polished. They have to get made. So managers are not born by, but they are made. This fact has been accepted by every business unit. In the changing situation of business, laws, conditions of business, competitions, management skills and knowledge, nowadays due to competition, due to existence of huge and more companies, and due to awareness about the public or among the public, it has been essential to have the knowledge and skill of the managers. Manager must own required amount of skills. In the ancient area, it was not there. No proper skill was required, no proper informative or no proper deal or whatever education or skill, it was not required in ancient time. But nowadays, due to increasing the awareness about the companies, awareness in the public, and due to competition, it becomes more and more essential, so that to have the plenty of skills which the management or which the manager has to own. So they are not born. Nowadays they are becoming made. They are creating. Managers are nowadays generating by different companies through providing different training, different programs or etc. It will be provided by them. Through this method, company can provide good managers by providing different types of information, skills, technology, etc. So nowadays, the managers have to be created. It is not born. Then leadership development. Manager must have the skill of leadership, because he is the person, or the manager is the person who is going to provide the direction, and for that he must have the power to control. So concept of work on the basis of past experience which executive officers used to handle is now limited. He concepts that officer who have sufficient experience can get work done by the workers is wrong. Means he has or he must have to own the skill through which he can bifurcate which is correct, which is not correct, who is correct and who is not correct. So it is like that. Management can develop the human relationship, management skill, legal approach, analysis ability, aptitude, etc. through different exercises and lessons. After that, concepts of social responsibility. Nowadays, due to awareness, due to certain competition, due to certain many more, you can say that burden over the business due to the government restriction, government or etc. Social responsibility concept has been accepted by each and every company. So they are done by the management. Now, which laws should be obeyed by management? The information gained by answering this question is essential. So it is clear that with the help of development activities, management gets very clear concept of social responsibility. Let us go with the difference between training and development. Training is nothing but the learning process in which employee get an opportunity to develop skill, competency and knowledge as per the job requirement, whereas development is an educational process which is connected with the overall growth. Here particular job requirement growth will be there. Here overall growth will be there. Training will be of course for shorter duration of time. Development will always be for longer duration of time. Training will be focused on present activity, whereas development will be focused over on future activity. Training will be provided in accordance with the job orientation, as if I explained in the meaning, and development will be provided in reference to the future career oriented. In the terms of training, trainer will provide the motivation, whereas development is a self motivated activity, because here everyone wants the growth, everyone wants the development. The main object of training is to improve the work performance of the employee, whereas the main object of development is to prepare employee for future challenges. Number of individuals in training may be many, but for development only one. Then next one, let us go with the objectives of executive development. Here three categories will be provided: top level management, middle level management, and bottom level management. So according to that, objectives will be bifurcated. As far as top level management is concerned, to understand technical, economics, and industrial factors in order to solve the problems of business and to frame effective planning, it is the main object. Obtaining knowledge about human resource management, increasing the analytical ability to make the strategically decisions, think over the problems which are affecting and going to be affect, means in future they are going to be, as if I explained, development is nothing but the future oriented activity. So here also it will be taken into consideration, future activity. Then expanding the outlook of the executive with regard to his responsibilities in the organization and towards the various parties connected with them. Let us go with the middle level management. Here different departmental managers will be included. In top level management or in top management, the board of directors and chief executive officers, managing director will be included. Here in middle level management, different departmental managers, likewise marketing management manager, human resource manager, financial manager, production manager, they are been included. So let us go for the middle level management. Here explaining executive functions, duties, and responsibilities, means what are the duties, what are the functions, what are the responsibilities of the different departmental manager, it will be provided under here. Develop the qualities of effective leadership, means which should be the qualitative leadership, which should be qualities must possess in the leadership, it will be provided. To impart the knowledge of human relationship and motivation, means what is nowadays, what is the importance of human relationship management, of human relationship in organization, and what is the importance of motivation nowadays, it has been provided. Creating an awareness about the various aspects of management and its problem, means what are the problems, it will be provided, and awareness about that problem, that the company is facing over this problem, over these challenges the companies are been facing over, it will be provided, it will be awareing. So it is like that. Then to develop the ability to take middle level departmental decision, means how to take middle level departmental decision individually, whether to make the involvement of the top level management, how to take decisions individually, it will be provided under this. And to provide the knowledge to functional management, financial accounting, store and purchase. Functional management means departmental manager, means marketing management. Then marketing manager must have the knowledge how to make the increment in the amount of revenue through the way of sales. Accounting, then how to calculate that, how to make the amount of reduction of the tax liability through the way of different options in legal way, etc. It will be provided. Then bottom level management, here different workers will be involved operational workers. So increase the knowledge about the procedures, methods and programs, mean how the process will be overhead, how the process will be done, how the process will be activated. Increase the knowledge of basic functions, likewise marketing, finance, personnel, production, etc. It will be provided. Motivate research in order to improve procedures and methods. To develop the ability to solve their departmental problems, means if departmental problem has been generated, how to solve them, it must be having knowledge in them. To increase the knowledge of coordination and control, nowadays coordination and control both are very important. So to increase the knowledge of coordination and control, it will be provided. Now impart the knowledge of study, time study, motion study, quality control, inventory control, because they are managing the inventory, they are managing the quality, they are managing each and everything. So they must have the acknowledgement about this developmental activity, how to develop this. Next, advantages or importance of an executive development. Here, these are the various advantages of executives development are there. Technical skill developed, effective supervision, maximum utilization of resources, development of human skills, control on cost of production, time management, development of conceptual skills, framing of good policies, strategical decision, tax planning. So these are the various advantages or importance of an executive development. Let us go in depth. Technical skill development, as if we have been gone through in the previous titled technical skill. Let us go with the importance or advantages. First, technical skill will developed. So due to the providing the training and development, especially development, certain technical new latest technology will be imparted as far as development is concerned. So due to that, to a large extent, use of technology, methods, equipment, etc., knowledge can be imparted through the programs of executive development. Let us go with the effective supervisions. So without knowledge of different processes and component of the work, effective supervision is not possible. For effective supervision, without knowledge of different processes and component of the work, effective supervision is not possible. Only when learned and having technical skilled executive can supervision the effective very effectively. Means here the well equipped with technology, skilled everything, it will be possible for the supervisor to make it supervision very effectively. After that, maximum utilization of resources will be possible. So production resources like man, material, machines, equipment, money, land, power, etc. can be utilized at maximum level through the development of executives. After that, development of human skills. So it includes the ability to work with others, to build up harmonious group relative, ability to lead, communicate and motivate. Through executive development, human skills are developed in such a way that personal satisfaction as well as organizational goals can be achieved. So in such a manner, development will be provided that here both the titles will get satisfied, will get completed. Then control on cost of production. So if the maximum utilization of the resources is possible at lowest cost at maximum saving optional, then in such a sense the cost of production will be minimized, it will get in controlled. So to control the cost of production, wastage and spoilage, maximum use of resources, achievement of pre-decided targets, etc. are essential. Well developed executives can organize various activities systematically and systematically and can control cost of production. Time management. Executive development programs consider the concept of time management. Hence, as per planning in time activities are possible, as a result, management can launch a program or product in time in the market, which is very much essential, which is very much beneficiary, which is very much advantageous. After that, development of conceptual skills means basic skills, analytical skills, developmental skills, planning skills, everything will get developed, which are the basic pillars of the management. Framing of good policies. So top level executives are connected with the framing of policies. So if they are getting developed, here effective policies will be framing out, and which resultant into that the company can get better output. Next, strategically decision. Success of business unit also depends on strategically decisions. For this, executive must have technical and conceptual skills. By developing this type of skills through executive development program, management can take strategic decision for various activities. Last title is tax planning. So by tax planning under the structure of different provision of Income Tax Act, SSE has a right to decrease the burden of tax. So as such, tax evasion is illegal, but to save money by tax planning is a right way. Here we are not asking for the tax evasion, but to save the tax through the way of different legal option which the company has. So only an expert executive of account department can do this. By considering the executive development program, top level management can obtain this benefit. So that is all as far as the development concept is concerned. We will be meeting in the next title in next lecture. Thank you very much.